Howdy y'all, and welcome back to Let's Play Kerbal Space Program. In this second episode, I am making audio improvements by recording my audio separately and trying out and seeing how well that does. Nobody complained or anything, but I wasn't 100% satisfied with the quality I got last time. So this time I'm recording separately in Audacity, and we will see how well that turns out. I'm not that great at syncing audio yet. I've struggled to do it in the past, but KSP is not a game that demands quite so much precision commentary, so I should have a little bit of leeway. Now, I don't remember what we were doing last time. Let's take a quick look at the tech tree. Got some basic science stuff. And contracts. Okay, we've got to get orbit, and we've got to go fast. We will set making orbit our #1 priority. That should be fairly easy to do. I'm not going to load it up with a bunch of science gear this time, because I hit my part limit, I believe, last time trying to science it up. Alright, we'll use the little fuel tank. Wait. Heat shield. And a decoupler. Fuel tank. Engine. So I like KW rocketry so much. It gives you nice little things in the 1.25 meter range. Get the slightly better fuel tanks, a couple more engines to work with. Good stuff. I think we'll try and do this mostly on SRBs if I can. They're kind of heavy though, I might hit my weight limit. Yep, that's the weight limit. Could do 2 of those. Oh, we're still over the weight limit. Wait a second, let's exit. No, I'm gonna do this. Well, I exit. I was gonna say, I'm gonna do this within the 30 part limit. I know it's possible. I could upgrade this. Nah, why not? Let's just upgrade it and make it easier. That way I don't waste much time. There we go. 4 of those. 1 of these. You know, since I upgraded the limit. No, I'm just going to focus on getting to orbit. And we are going to do this very easily. With some of these puppies. should move those a little bit farther up because I don't have struts yet. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Alright, so let's tweak my thrust to weight. Seven should be good. And I need a parachute. I almost forgot that. Make sure those are in separate stages. And jet. Good. Launch. My coffee is cold. It's because I poured it 2 hours ago. I'm recording this on a Saturday after my kid has gone down for his nap. And that coffee was from when he was awake, and I really needed it. So, a couple of the problems that I had last time. For some reason the game crashed. There's a huge chunk of footage that I lost, though. At first I thought that was because the game crashed, but then I got to looking at what my shortcut, or my shortcut keys were. Alt F9 was set to stop recording, start and stop recording. And Alt F9 is also how you pull up the save menu from in-game. So I went to pull up the save menu after the game crashed, and I accidentally stopped the recording. So that's why a lot of the footage went missing. Some of it was lost because of the crash, but nowhere near as much as I thought. Well, that's not good. Seems that I made a boo-boo, and I should put those there. Also, I should try not to get so horizontal. That was a bad launch profile. I'll wait till I'm a little bit higher before I turn over this time. So, I talked about this a bit on the spot that I recorded for the podcast. But, Kerbal Mondays is a thing for me now. All of my Let's Play videos for Kerbal Space Program are going to be posted on Monday. And then we've got Monday Night Kerbal Cast. And then I'm also going to make sure that the tutorials get posted on Mondays. This time we're too horizontal, or too vertical, I should say. But that's okay, I'd rather be more vertical in this situation than horizontal. Thinking after 1.1 comes out, I will start a new game using the SETI mod. start building that horizontal speed. Because my apoapse is way up there. Decouple that. Need to pause. Yeah, I need to pause this for a moment. There's a tiny bit of a jump cut there. You guys will notice my kid got out of bed, so I had to go put him back to sleep, or put him back in bed. Right, here we are at apoapse. And let's circularize this orbit. Yeah, I thought I got all the reports and stuff before. I don't know why I just slowed down there. Right. There's our orbit. Alright. I wonder if we can actually return to the KSC. That would be fancy. Let's head up to our apoapse. Spin around. Just ever so gently burn retrograde. I'm really bad at landing where I want to. So let's see if we can do it. It's about 60 kilometers. Let's F5 for safety, of course. Oh, and we got the autosave, so we're double safe. Again, pointing retrograde. Right. Let's put on the brakes. Yeah, no, see, I overdid it. Can we undo this a bit? Right. Oh my, that was close. I wasn't paying attention. Would have blown up my parachute. But that's why we F5 for safety. Right, and I don't need this engine, so I'm just going to jettison it. time warp as we're coming down. Oh, it just blew up. This is where the map says we're going to land. See? I thought I was going to land somewhere over here, but nope. Looks like we'll land in the desert. Which is where we landed last time. But that was part of the footage that got cut out. In case you didn't know, if you're just coming down on the command pod, and a heat shield of course, they are shaped in such a way that they will naturally turn retrograde on the way down. So no SAS required. If you use too much time warp, it can mess with the effect. If you've got a really weird angle, but I'm coming in at a nice shallow angle. Although time warping is destroying my ablation. When you time warp, all of the forces applied to your craft are multiplied by that much. The physical time warp that is, times 2, 3, and 4. We are gonna be okay though. See, I'm messing with it. It's naturally going back to that. Now if I turn it all the way around, it will behave like any other pointy object pointing into an airstream. But if I'm coming in even slightly off center, it holds me to retrograde. So that might be a handy tip for you if you didn't know. Time warp a little bit closer to the ground. Actually, I think the game crashed after I landed in the desert, and I lost that. And when I re-landed, I landed in the ocean. I don't think I'm over the grassland, but whatever you say. Is this like desert grassland? I guess so. Weird. Cover vessel. Alright, that should unlock the rest of the contracts for us. And enough science for another node. Flight control is always a really good one. Alright, let's complete another contract. Let's pick up our contracts first. I hate orbital surveys. Landed at the Mun, wow. Suborbital spaceflight, alright. Suborbital spaceflight. Oh, I should upgrade so I can get more contracts. suborbital. I'm just looking for several more, as many tourist contracts as possible that are just suborbitals. Those are really easy. Might not find any more. Which is okay. I still need science data from space around Kerbal. Yeah, fly by the mun. Good. Alright, oh, we've got 7. Alright. So we're gonna do the tourist contracts. And I will show off my touristy vehicle. It's another good reason to take flight control, because you get the inline cockpits. Makes it much easier. Although I have built some kooky stuff without it. How many tourists do I have? 2. Easy enough. Right, let's get rid of that. Start with a Mark 1 command pod. We'll put 2 inline cockpits below it. Got a parachute here. And stick on a couple of radial chutes. And a couple more just to be safe. And we need a heat shield. I'm tempted to put, I've never done this before, but I'm tempted to put some winglets on to help give me control. You know what? We'll try that. Right. Engine. Let's go with a liquid-fueled engine. That will help me steer. Not going to be doing much steering. We're going mostly straight up, but it never hurts to have a little. Right, and then we've got 2 radial decouplers, which we will put a couple of these on. Nose cones. I don't want those. I'm just going to go with the standard winglet for steering. And then we'll knock this contract out too. Alright, so these 3, they're good in the same stage. And that is enough delta V to get us up. Yeah. We're just going to go straight up and straight back down, mostly. Yep, tested those. Excellent. Oh, I didn't put the tourists inside. Gotta do that. Not too much of a tourist flight without the tourists. Jaffa Kerman and Friendliana Kerman. Sure. I've killed a lot of Kerbals trying to figure out the best way to do this. Because your early game tourist vehicles are kind of weird. I mean, this one's not so bad. It looks pretty normal in comparison to a lot of the stuff I've used before. But, alright, we're just going to hold it straight and true. And as soon as our altitude goes above 70 or 75 kilometers, we will kill our engines. I'm sure I'll lose the SRBs before that. I still accelerate though if I kill my my liquid fueled engine, and it looks like I don't have any steering problems. Normally vertical launches, as long as you've got enough thrust to weight, are no problem. Jeb's happy, and it looks like Friendlinia is, well, no, they both look pretty scared. Turn those off. I think they fixed the memory leaks that happen with the temperature gauges, but they still bother me. Alright, let's hit the liquid fuel rocket. Up and away. $60. I'm gonna let it hit 75. Well, we hit 80. We'll just time warp now. These are a little bit hard to control. The reaction wheels from all three do give you a lot of control, but if you ever lose it and it flips over, you're done for. Alright, so I'm going to... I really don't guess it matters. Yeah, they're all happy bouncing around at 4 times normal time. Alright. We are started back down. Let's hold retrograde. Whoops. I don't really guess it matters that I spun it. Burn to decelerate. I always take it extra easy with tourists. Like I said, I've killed a bunch of them. Alright, so I didn't need this at all. Turn me around retrograde, Jeb. Alright, so these actually make it more unstable. But flipping around like this will at the very least mean that that I won't go down like a bullet. And I'm slow enough, I'm just going to go ahead and drop or open the parachutes. Alright, so wings, bad idea. I suppose you could build it into like a little glider thing. You know, more like a glider plane, but just those two winglets on there. Maybe if I flipped them around, that would help me control better into the wind. Kind of facing the wrong way. I don't know, more experimentation will be required. And touchdown. Alright, recover. Ooh. What did I do? Did I hit recover? Or did I just hit return to Space Center? I just hit return to Space Center. That's okay. Recover. Cover those. Got some delicious funds. Not sure how long I've been recording for at this point. But I feel like this is a good place to stop. We made it to orbit and we completed a contract. We've got some funds to spend. 450k. Let's see, the next thing I need to upgrade is the tracking station. Let's go ahead and take a look at our contracts. We completed 3 there, apparently. I'm looking for something that's put a satellite in orbit or get more science from somewhere. I think our next thing that we're going to have to do, though, is do a flyby of the Mun. That will give us a ton of reputation and should be enough to unlock those contracts. That's where you start getting your bread and butter of the game. But that's what we'll work on next time. Next time we will fly to the Mun. Again, I've been doing that a lot lately. And we'll look at some strategies and collect some research and some other stuff like that. As always, I have been the Gaming Psychologist. I hope you've been entertained. Leave me a like if you liked this video. Give me a dislike if you disliked it. Leave a comment to let me why either way. And I would appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Till next time, Gaming Psychologist, signing off.